Welcome to AKC TV. We are live from Manhattan. Very excited to be here. You are watching the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group show. Now we are getting ready to get started right about now. They're setting up the ring. We're going to be starting with our National Owner Handler Series group. I'm Marissa Sarback and I am joined with Bill Ellis. We're very excited to be here. The last time we were together doing something like this was in Orlando, Florida.
I know, and now we're here in our backyard. They made it really convenient for us today, Marissa, to be here in New York.
And what a day we have already had, Bill. I mean, we've had so much going on. The AKC Museum of the Dog today at 11. Then at noon, we had our Dog Center event, also live from the AKC Museum. We've had so much.
You've had a busier day than I have. I was running around doing a lot, but you had a lot of screen time today. So much happening today on AKC TV, and super excited to finally get the Museum of the Dog officially open and be there for that ribbon cutting ceremony.
Absolutely, and we have so much going on right here, and it looks like the dogs are now in the ring. It looks like everybody's in here.
So we're going to start with the National Owner Handled Series group, and then after this group, we'll see our regular toy group judged.
And Bill, talk to us about the difference here between what we saw the AK National Championship in Orlando, because this today is strictly toy group.
Right, so the Progressive Dog Club is an all-breed show, but they choose to limit their entries to toy dogs only. So we started the day with over 400 toy dogs, and we're going to see both groups, the National Owner Handled Series groups and the regular groups. Our judge to get us started for the Owner Handled group is Cindy Huggins from Santa Ynez, California. She's walking down the line, having a first look at all of these beautiful toy dogs and their owner handlers, excuse me.
So really the system we're going to see here today, Bill, is these dogs are going to go in front of our judge, go around the ring, and then she's going to get a chance to see each of these dogs up close and personal, right?
Exactly, yep, same routine.
And if you are just joining us, we thank you so much for doing so. You are watching AKC TV live right here from New York City. We are watching the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group show starting right now with this National Owner Handler Series.
So in this group, all the dogs are being shown by their owners. To be eligible to compete in the National Owner Handled Series, dogs have to be shown by their owners, and their owners cannot be professional handlers. So all of these dogs competed earlier in their breeds. And then after Best of Breed is awarded, any of the dogs that are eligible for the National Owner Handler Series stay in the ring, and they are awarded Best Owner Handler for their breed for that day.
So right now that judge is just getting this first look around the ring, seeing how many dogs she has to take a look at.
It's a nice opportunity for the judges to get their initial impressions when these dogs first come in the group. And we're going to get things kicked off here. Our first dog in the toy group is going to be the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Very popular breed. Very, very popular companion animals. These toy breeds were primarily all bred to be companion animals. A lot of them resemble their larger cousins.
As Bill said, the Cavalier, just extremely popular. They actually descended from Britain's English Toy Spaniel, which was one of the most popular breeds back then in Britain as well. Very social dogs, very willing to please. Always want to make their owners happy.
Our next dog up is the Pug. The Pug is Helen for Hell on High Heels. That's a pretty good name. Pretty nice way to kick off our afternoon here.
Pugs are so easygoing, playful, and very affectionate.
A lot of dog in a small package,
yes.
as they say. Helen here is 2 years old, all the way from Portland, Oregon, being shown by one of her breeders and owners, Joseph Cole.
And Bill, when they go down to the end of the ring and they're coming back, what is it that the judge is looking for? Is there a specific angle she needs to see?
She's going to have a look at these dogs from every angle, right? So she gets to see them go down and back. So it gives her a chance to watch the dogs move away from her, and coming back, she'll check their soundness. And then she'll also get a chance to watch them on the move from the side and get a nice view of that side profile.
And here, as she has the dogs on the table, she gets a chance to really feel the dog, see the dog up close, and this just gives her a great opportunity to get that up close and personal look.
Yeah, exactly. All of these dogs are going to be judged against their breed standard. So each breed has a written standard that describes the ideal specimen for each breed, and the judge is going to use that standard to judge each of these dogs. So she's not comparing them one to another. She's comparing them against their standard, determining which dog here best meets that written standard. This is the English Toy Spaniel, the King Charles variety. This is Jasper. He's 6.5 years old, from Riderwood, Washington, with his owner and handler, Dawn Lindemann.
And those English Toy Spaniels, they've always kind of been known as comfort spaniels since way back into the 1500s.
And on the table right now, our judge is going over the Chinese Crested. Chinese Cresteds actually come in 2 different coat types. They come in the hairless that we're seeing here, and they come in a powder puff variety where they have hair all over. Chinese Cresteds are a nice option for anyone looking for minimal grooming with the hairless variety.
If you are just joining us here on AKC TV, thank you so much for doing so. You are tuned in with Marissa Sarback and Bill Ellis. We are watching the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group show. Right now we are starting with the National Owner Handler Series.
This is the Silkie Terrier on the table right now. This is Taddy. Taddy is 8.5 years old. He's here all the way from St. Petersburg, Florida. Being shown by his owner, Mark Benson.
Actually, compared to a lot of the other breeds, they're considered a fairly new breed. Kind of a combination of the Australian Terrier and the Yorkshire Terrier. And they did have a different name. They were originally called the Sydney Silkie.
And this is the Italian Greyhound. This is Rocky. He is 3.5 years old. From Arcadia, Louisiana. We're going to see dogs from all over the place this afternoon. Everyone is arriving in New York City for, of course, the Westminster Kennel Club, which is going to happen on Monday and Tuesday, but lots and lots of different shows and specialties precede Westminster's. Progressive here sort of kicks off the weekend.
Honestly, and Bill, and we have so much going on this weekend between our Meet the Breeds event going on presented by Purina. Then we've had this morning the AKC Museum of the Dog grand opening. We have more shows than ever on AKC TV. Happy to have everybody with us live Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Happy to have all of these shows and have you with us.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be really fun and exciting for us as we get over to Meet the Breeds, which is part of Meet and Compete with the Westminster Kennel Club. Meet and Compete is a joint activity where you can come and watch the Masters Agility competition as well as Meet the Breeds. AKC Meet the Breeds gives everyone an opportunity to come and visit with lots and lots of different dog breeds, learn about them, meet their breeders, visit with the dogs, really educate themselves.
It's a great way to get to know some of those lesser known breeds as well.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, right? Because there'll be lots of breeds that people are familiar with. There's going to be so many breeds that people have never heard of or never seen in person and never interacted with. So it's a great opportunity for them to come and learn about those different breeds.
Especially for someone or a family maybe who's looking to get a dog and they're not sure what breed fits that family. This would be a great opportunity
Great place to do that
know
research.
A lot of them, yeah.
This is the Havanese that's going down and back right now. This is Moose. Moose is 2.5 years old. He's from Southwick, Massachusetts. Being shown by, of course, his owner, Karen Marie Duprat.
And the
He's
Havanese.
The #1 owner-handled Havanese in the country.
Oh, wow. And the Havanese is the national dog of Cuba.
And this little guy on the table right now is the toy Manchester Terrier. Manchester Terriers actually come in 2 different size varieties, the standard and the toy. So, of course, since today is all about toy dogs, we're going to see the toy variety. This is Ricky. He's 2 years old from Cocoa, Florida. Being shown by his owner, Susan Thibodeau.
Now, these dogs are really athletic and energetic, but it's interesting, they also really do love to relax. They're considered really a rare breed here in America today.
Here's our second English Toy Spaniel in the group. English Toy Spaniels, of course, are divided into 2 different varieties. They're the same breed. They're just different varieties based on their color. So earlier we saw the King Charles variety. This is the Prince Charles variety. With Prince Charles are white with the black and tan points that you see here.
If you are just joining us, thank you so much for doing so. You are watching the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group show. We are starting right now in the National Owner Handler Series group. You are watching this exclusively on AKC TV. Check us out on our website, of course, social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can also check us out on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Be sure to download it. You won't miss anything.
And this is the Shih Tzu that are over right now on the table. Barney. Barney is here all the way from Bangkok, Thailand. He's made quite the trip to join us here in New York.
Yeah, you're not kidding. It's so interesting to see here in New York all of these dogs and owners come from everywhere. I mean, we saw it in Orlando, but it's awesome to see it again here.
Yeah, it's really, really fun when we get to have such an international crowd at our shows. Shih Tzus were bred in the imperial kennels for centuries back in China, where they originated from, and they were the favorite breed of the royal family during the Ming Dynasty. Here's a recognizable face. This is the smooth coat Chihuahua. Chihuahuas, of course, are the smallest AKC recognized breed. The smooth coat variety has this smooth, flat coat. Chihuahuas cannot exceed 6 pounds.
And for being so little, they are such intelligent dogs. Really good, strong, natural instincts.
This is Tiffany. Tiffany is 5 years old from Wilmington, Delaware, with her owner and handler, Cecilia Bozo. Tiffany was reserve best in show at the 2018 National Owner Handled Series Finals. So these owners and their dogs compete in the National Owner Handled Series Finals to win points and help with their ranking so that they can compete at the end of the year at the AKC National Championship in the National Owner Handled Series Finals. So we saw those in Orlando, and those are actually still available on demand on AKC TV, so you can go back and watch those groups and Best Owner Handled in Show on demand.
We have so much more content on AKC TV too. Really, everybody should check us out. We have been expanding our live shows. We're live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday now. I was about to say Thursday, but nope, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
The miniature pinscher here that we're watching is Dibs. He's just 16 and a half months old. Being shown by his owner and handler, Peg Shaw.
And the miniature pinschers were developed back in Germany. Really good as multi-purpose hunters, ratters, companions, watchdogs. And of course that shortened name, Min Pin.
This is the toy poodle on the table right now. Poodles actually come in 3 different varieties. The standard and the miniature poodle are shown in the non-sporting group. So, of course, we see the toy variety here in the toy group. They're the same breed. They're just different varieties based on their size. This is Mai. He's 2.5 years old. He is here all the way from South Korea. She is here, excuse me. Another long trip for her to join us here in New York.
Welcome, happy to have you. And poodles are interesting because they actually don't shed, so they're probably, Bill, a great choice for somebody with allergy issues.
They are minimal shedding. Requires a little bit of grooming. Of course, not the extensive grooming that we see in the show ring if they're not being shown. So they're a great choice for families that have allergy concerns or want to breed with minimal shedding. And this next little guy is the Brussels Griffon. This is Holly. She is 16 months old. Holly is from Trinity, North Carolina, with her owner and handler, Rhonda Vandermeer. If you've ever seen the movie As Good as It Gets, you are familiar with Brussels Griffons.
And they do come in the 2 different coat types, the rough and smooth.
Yep, so Holly has this rough coat. It's got that coarser texture that you see.
Initially, those 2 coat varieties were considered separate, and then they did combine them.
And this is the Yorkshire Terrier. This is Oliver. Oliver is 3.5 years old. He is from Dorado, Puerto Rico.
Another international star with us.
Right? I feel like a
Love
broken
this.
record over here.
No, it's awesome. And the Yorkshire Terrier, one of the most popular breeds here in our country.
Yep, Yorkies consistently rank among the most popular breeds.
And they do really well in a lot of our AKC sports as well, like agility, rally, or obedience.
Super athletic. Lots of energy. Very smart and trainable.
If you are just joining us, thank you for doing so. I'm Marissa Sarback here with Bill Ellis. We are from AKC TV, and you are watching the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group Show. Right now we are in the National Owner Handler Series group. Our judge is getting a nice look. Nice close-up look before our next dog here will head down for her to get a quick look of the quick walk around the ring.
She's going over the Pekinese right now. This is Chester. Chester is 2.5 years old from Martinez, California. Pekinese have this abundant coat that you see there on Chester, so important for our judge Cindy Huggins, as you saw, to go over him thoroughly so she can feel what's underneath that coat.
Absolutely love the enthusiasm from the crowd.
Yeah, right. We have a really good crowd up here.
We do.
They're excited. And of course, as we begin to wind down here in the owner-handled group, we will be bringing you the regular variety group after this, of course, so stick around.
Looks like our judge is getting one last look here at the Pekinese. Such an old breed. These dogs have existed for over 2,000 years as their own distinct breed. Date all the way back to China's Tang Dynasty.
So that's it for the toy group and the owner-handled group here at the Progressive Dog Club. So our judge, Cindy Huggins, is just walking down the line, having another look at all these beautiful toy dogs with their owner handlers.
It's possible our judge could pull a short list, right, Bill?
I think she probably will, just given the size of this group. We'll have to see. Up to her. See if she wants to pull a few of these dogs out and have another look. Nope, looks like she's just going to keep them all in there, and she's going to have each of these dogs go one at a time around the ring again, starting with the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. This gives her another chance to have a look at all these dogs and remember what she saw when she went over them. There goes the Pug going around the ring. And the English Toy Spaniel.
Now remember, our judge is not judging these dogs against each other, but she's judging them against that written standard of their breed, their individual breed.
We saw the Chinese Crested, and here comes the Silkie Terrier. The Italian Greyhound. The Havanese. The toy Manchester Terrier is going around. English Toy Spaniel. And here comes the Shih Tzu all the way from Thailand. The smooth coat Chihuahua. The miniature Pinscher. There goes the toy Poodle. Here comes the Brussels Griffon. The Yorkshire Terrier. And our final dog in the toy group is going around, the Pekinese. Looks like our judge is ready to start to pull some dogs out. She's pulled out the pug, the Silkie Terrier, the Havanese and the English Toy Spaniel, the Shih Tzu and the smooth coat Chihuahua. The miniature Pinscher is out there. So we've got a nice short list here. She's made a beautiful cut, and we're going to have them go around one at a time again. And they're all lined up again for our judge, Cindy Huggins, to make her choices here in the owner-handled toy group. It looks like she's pulling the Silkie Terrier out first, followed by the miniature Pinscher, the Havanese, and the English Toy Spaniel, and that is it. The Silkie Terrier is the winner of the owner-handled group.
And stay with us here on AKC TV. We are covering the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group Show live from the center of Manhattan. Excited to be here. Stay with us on this commercial break. We'll be right back.
Best in show will be the Bichon Frise.
I just was looking at Flynn's little face thinking, we just went best in show at Westminster. We feed Flynn Purina Pro Plan Sport. It shows in his coat, it shows in his little attitude. I have a long history of trusting Purina, and if I didn't trust it, I wouldn't feed it.
Is your pet trying to tell you something? The Pet Comfort Feeding System by WeatherTech. 100% non-toxic and lead-free. Made from U.S. stainless steel and certified by the NSF. Designed to trap spills and messes. Trust the way you feed your pet. Choose the perfect size and color at petcomfort.com.
Home. Home is where family comes together. Home is where you go to relax. Home is where you feel secure. With the AKC line of premium pet products, you can rest assured that your pet feels safe and secure in their home too. AKC, because every home deserves a good dog, and every dog deserves a good home. AKC Secure Pet Living products available at the Home Depot.
AKC TV, the digital network for all things dogs, brings you AKC Live, featuring canine events from around the country. All the action in your own home. Sit ringside at your favorite dog show. Get a front row seat at agility and obedience trials on AKC Live. Only on AKC TV, powered by the American Kennel Club. Find us anytime, anywhere, online and on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. AKC Live. Only on AKC TV.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us here on AKC TV. We are live in Manhattan and very excited to be here. You are looking at the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group Show. We are starting with our second group right now. Very excited to see these dogs come into the ring. We just finished up with the National Owner Handler Series group just before our commercial break. I'm Marissa Sarback here with Bill Ellis for AKC TV. Happy to have you with us here in New York City, and we're happy to be here.
We are very happy to be here. And I think one thing that's so interesting here that not everyone in the audience may know is that, yes, we're talking about the Progressive Dog Club being a toy group show because it is limited to toy dogs only, but Progressive is actually an all-breed show. They choose to limit their show here to toy dogs only. So not only will a group winner be awarded, but that group winner is going to be best in show. And
so
the
exciting.
second place dog in the group will be reserve best in show.
Ah.
So you'll notice that on the signs in the ring, and it'll be fun because we'll have a best in show winner at the end of this toy group.
And if you did miss our first group and you want to watch that back, always head to akc.tv. We post everything on our website. So if you missed anything, never worry. It'll be up there, just like our AKC Museum of the Dog grand opening this morning. What a day. We have that on, as well as all of our Dog Center shows from the Museum of the Dog, all of our Meet the Breeds. We have everything. And it looks like these dogs are coming into the ring now. Just about to get started.
Our judge for the toy group and best in show this evening is Mr. Espen Eng. Espen comes all the way from Lier, Norway.
We have seen quite the international crowd today, Bill.
It's a major international crowd. Big weekend here in New York City. You know, we're sort of kicking things off today. Not only are we here at the Progressive Dog Club, but of course the Museum of the Dog opening today earlier, which was very, very exciting.
And the fun does not stop today because tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time, you're going to see me, Bill, Dr. Jerry Klein, who's a frequent guest of ours. We're all going to be live at noon for our Meet the Breeds event right before everything for Westminster.
That's right. And if you're in New York or close by, you should come on out.
Yeah, it's not too late to get tickets.
It's an amazing event. We're going to have so many different dog breeds for people to come and meet, spend time with, learn about, interact with their breeders and owners.
If you are watching us on AKC TV's social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, make sure to check us out on our website too. And to get any of our content, it's always on demand, so you can always download Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. A great way to see anything you missed. Catch up on all things dog. Looks like our judge is getting first look at these dogs.
Yep, he's just going to walk down the line here, just like our judge did previously, and have a look at all these beautiful toy dogs. Like we mentioned before, toy breeds were bred primarily to be companions. Many of them resemble their larger cousins.
And Bill, what's the difference between the group we're seeing now and the group that we saw just before?
Right, so the group that we saw before was the National Owner Handled Series group. So those dogs were all shown by their owners. This is just the regular toy group, so we'll see everybody's eligible here to compete. So we'll see a mix of some owner handlers and some professional handlers. Everyone competes together at the dog show.
Looks like our judge is ready to see the first dog up on the table.
Our first dog up on the table is the pug. This pug is Skittles. Skittles is 2.5 years old.
What a great name.
It is a great name. Skittles is from Fallbrook, California. He's being shown by his handler, Jorge Oliveira. Skittles is a multiple Best in Show winner and has won many specialty Best in Shows as well. Specialties are shows that are limited to just one breed. Skittles got his name because he was owned by his breeder's 8-year-old grandson.
Aw.
I'm going to assume Skittles is his favorite candy.
good choice
Or maybe
right
the
there.
whole litter was named after
Yeah,
Candy.
right?
I don't know.
And the pugs have always been a real favorite of the aristocrats. Breed originating in China, actually bred in the imperial kennels. And they do bear actually a similarity to the Pekinese. And seeing these dogs go down the ring and back just really gives the judge a chance to see all angles of this dog. And he'll do that for every single dog in this group. Right before he comes back to the table, gets a chance to run his hands over the dog. Check out the eyes, check out the teeth. Feel down the legs and down the back.
Yep, he'll get his hands on all these dogs, get a really good feel. Be thinking about that breed standard in his head, which describes, of course, the ideal specimen for each one of these breeds. And that's how he'll judge them. He'll be comparing each dog against their breed standard, not comparing one dog to another. This is the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Right now, this is Hogan. Hogan is 4 years old. All the way from Elk Grove, California. Being shown by Kelly Rackley.
Such a cheerful nature on these dogs, too. Very natural at a lot of our dog sports. They really do well in agility, obedience, and they make wonderful therapy dogs. Very popular breed.
This is the Toy Manchester Terrier. As I mentioned earlier, there's two varieties of Manchester Terriers, the standard and the toy. Standard Manchester Terriers are shown in the Terrier group, and we see the toy variety here in the toy group. Same breed, just different varieties. This is Lucia. Lucia is 5 years old, from Virginia, being shown by Marcelo Chagas for her breeder and owner, Roger Travis. Lucia has won many Best in Shows and has been the #1 toy Manchester Terrier for many years.
Really observant, alert dogs. They actually make excellent watchdogs.
Got a little bit of that terrier spunk and spark.
Yeah, you can see that as they take that lap around the ring.
And this is Bates. Bates the Shih Tzu from Greensboro, Georgia. He is 3 years old. He is being shown by his handler, Michelle Jones. We've seen Bates a few times. We saw him this summer at the Houston World Series of Dog Shows, and of course we saw Bates in Orlando the week of the AKC National Championship.
And Bill, can you talk to us a little bit about the cut on the dogs? Because sometimes in the show ring versus out on the streets, you'll see these dogs with different type of cuts.
Yeah, sure. So Bates, of course, here is shown in all this beautiful coat, which takes a lot of grooming dedication to keep him looking that way. A lot of brushing and a lot of frequent bathing. But of course, Shih Tzus make wonderful pets, and their coat is easily cared for with some consistent grooming that isn't quite this labor intensive. They can have much shorter haircuts and be very happy and just as beautiful.
They've always been a really popular breed, even back in the imperial kennels, back in the time of the Tang Dynasty. They were a favorite breed of the royal family during the Ming Dynasty.
On the table right now is the toy poodle. This is Cammy. Cammy is 3 years old, She is from Houston, Texas, being shown by Kaz Hosaka. We're told Cammie is bilingual. I'm going to assume that is Japanese because I believe that is where Cammie was bred. She loves to show, and they also tell us that, you know, she thinks she's a standard poodle, so I guess she thinks she's a little larger
bit bigger
than she actually is.
I find that with so many of the toy dogs, Bill.
I think so, too.
Big personalities in the toy group, that's for sure. Now, these poodles originally bred as water dogs. Pretty popular as pets, too. They were originally hunters and truffle finders way before they gained popularity as show dogs.
We have great video from the Poodle Club of America National Specialty last year. We went to the Spaniel hunt tests for the poodles, actually, so you get a chance to see them working and hunting, doing what they were bred to do. So a really fun way to get a different look at some of the poodles. And this is the Papillon on the table, which, of course, Papillon is French for butterfly, and you can see that butterfly-like appearance with those beautiful big ears here. This is Sir Newton. He is 3 years old from Huntsville, Alabama, being shown by his handler, Ellen Akers Perry.
And this is the first time we've actually seen a Papillon today.
Did we not have one in the toy group
Nope.
earlier? Nope, I don't think we did. That's right. So once again, if you're just joining us, you're watching the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group show. We started things off a little earlier with the National Owner Handled Series group, which was won by the Silkie Terrier. And now we're on to the regular variety group here. Thanks for joining us on AKC TV. If you're watching us on Facebook or social media, make sure to go to our website, which is akc.tv, or find us on Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV. Just search AKC in any of those app stores on those devices.
Make sure you download us on there as well, because we have so much great content that we wouldn't want you to miss any of. We post everything on our website, like our earlier event, the AKC Museum of the Dog opening. Very exciting weekend here.
This is the Affin Pinscher on the table right now. This is Chester. Chester is 2 years old from Houston, Texas. He is being shown by Alfonso Escobedo.
And if I'm correct, also the first time we've seen this dog today.
Yep, we didn't have an Affin Pinscher earlier.
You'll see the judge get a nice look at each of the dogs as they go down the ring and back. Just gives him a chance to see these dogs at every angle.
We started the day with over 400 toy dogs here, so a really big entry. Several very large specialties will be held over the rest of the weekend for some of these toy breeds, which of course meant large entries today. We had 56 Yorkshire Terriers, 47 Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, so lots and lots of toy dogs here in New York City. This is the Havanese on the table right now. This is Bono, another dog that we've seen a few times before. We just saw Bono recently when we were out at the Rose City Classic in Portland, Oregon a few weeks ago. Bono is 2 years old. He's being shown by Taffy McFadden. Taffy, of course, and her husband Bill are very successful professional handlers, but Taffy also bred and owns Bono.
Now, the Havanese have gone through quite a few different names, actually. They used to be known as the Havana Silk Dog, the Spanish Silk Poodle, and the Bichon Havanese. And then we finally got to the name Havanese, and they have become the national dog of Cuba. Quite the crowd here today.
Bono is very popular here with the crowd. We're also told that Team Bono wears I Heart Bono pajamas for good luck. I don't know if that means every night or
Maybe
at the
just
dog
before a show. Maybe just before a show. We hope you brought them here to New York City.
This is the Brussels Griffon on the table right now. This is Olive. Olive is 4 years old. She's from Bremen, Ohio, and she's being shown by her handler, Susan Depew.
And this breed was developed back in Brussels, Belgium. Very devoted house dog. And they can be excellent watchdogs, but you really have to make sure that you're socializing them. Otherwise, they can become quite introverted.
This is the Chinese Crested that our judge Espen Eng is going over on the table right now. The hairless coated variety that we're seeing here. They also come in a powder puff variety where they have hair all over their body. This is Kai. Kai is 3 years old, being shown by his breeder and owner, Kay Pizer, from Micanopy, Florida. The #1 Chinese Crested in the country and a multiple Best in Show winner.
This dog probably does really well in Florida because this type of breed has such a high tolerance for the hot weather, but very sensitive to the cold. So glad it's not too cold for them here in New York this week.
Yeah, exactly right. I bet Kai has a good collection of jackets for when it does get
Yes.
cold. Here is the Italian Greyhound. This is Vicky. Vicky is 2 years old. She's from Vienna, Georgia, and she's being shown by Justin Smithy. We saw Justin at the end of the year go Best in Show at the AKC National Championship with a Whippet whiskey, of course.
What a show and what a week that was in Orlando.
It was a big week.
We were so excited to be there.
Italian Greyhounds are very athletic and very, very fast. Of course, they resemble smaller versions of their larger cousin, the Greyhound. And Italian Greyhounds actually compete in lure coursing trials, which are events for sight hounds to demonstrate what they were bred to do, which is chase their prey. They chase a lure. We have a really wonderful video on AKC TV all about the lure coursing national championship from last year, so you can learn about the sport and see who the winner was.
And make sure you find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV and download that app. In addition to the lure coursing, we have so many other great stories and events that you need to watch, and everything is available on demand. We have our Meet the Breeds documentaries, our Ask the Experts every week. Good Dog Destination, so much.
This is the Toy Fox Terrier, who's about to go down and back for our judge right now. This is Flashy. Flashy is 3 years old. She's from Howell, New Jersey. She is being shown by Ashley Cuzzolino.
These dogs are a little bit of a mix of a few breeds. That's how they got to this breed. The Toy Fox Terrier, considered an all-American breed, really developed by crossing that smooth Fox Terrier with a combination of the toy breeds, actually. Italian Greyhound, Chihuahua, miniature Pinscher, even the Manchester Terrier.
Here is the Silkie Terrier, as Marissa mentioned earlier in the owner-handled group. Silkie Terriers were created by crossing Australian Terriers and Yorkshire Terriers. We can definitely see a little bit of both in the Silkie Terrier here. This is Ty. Ty is 2.5 years old, from St. Joseph, Missouri, being shown by Karen Oglesby. Just starting out his career as a champion. We're told he's very naughty and loves mischief, so we'll have to see if he gets into any
I don't know, he
mischief
seems
here in
pretty
the
well
toy
behaved to
group.
me.
He's being a very good boy.
This breed really has energy to spare. They love going on walks. They love games. And love to be active in any way. So if you own one, I hope you love to be active too.
This is the English Toy Spaniel on the table right now. English Toy Spaniels are shown in 2 different varieties. Same breed, same standard, just shown in 2 different varieties based on their color. This is the King Charles and Ruby variety. And this is the King Charles that we're looking at here. This is James. James is 4 years old, being shown by his handler, Dan Buchwald.
If you are just joining us, you are watching AKC TV. I'm Marissa Sarback here with Bill Ellis. We are watching the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group show right here in Manhattan. And a very, very busy weekend for us at AKC.
At one point, English Toy Spaniels were one of the most popular toy breeds in Britain due to their popularity with King Charles II. And for anyone out there who's looking for a dog that requires a little bit of brushing when they're being shown, this is the Yorkshire Terrier. This is Keegan. Keegan is 7 years old, and he is being shown by his handler, Diane Eric.
And the Yorkshire Terrier actually comes from breeds that were now extinct, like the Clydesdale Terrier, the Paisley Terrier, the Old English Terrier, and the Waterside Terrier, back from England.
You see our judge Espinang actually use the brush there to get a really close look at Keegan's coat. Coat texture and color, very important for Yorkshire Terriers. They have to have that silky texture in their coat. And of course they have to have that steel blue color on their body and those golden tan points that you see as well. And here is the second English Toy Spaniel variety. This is the Blenheim Prince Charles variety. This is Beckett. Beckett is 5 years old, being shown by his breeder and owner, Karen Miller.
These dogs really range in personality, but generally speaking, pretty quiet, pretty affectionate, very easygoing. Just giving the judge a nice look as they take a lap around the ring. Get a chance to see the dog from every angle.
We are watching the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group show here in New York City. We started off with the National Owner Handled Series group, where all of the dogs were being shown by their owner handlers. We're a little more than halfway through the regular toy group here, maybe about 2/3 of the way through. Our judge Espenang is here all the way from Norway to judge the group this afternoon. This is the Japanese chin on the table.
You can see the judge getting a really nice close-up look there. Just really a chance to feel down the legs, down the back, step away, take a look at the dog.
Japanese chins were actually developed in ancient China and made their way to Japan, where they got their name. They became very popular during Victorian times. Japanese chins have this sort of regal aristocracy about them. On the table right now is the Pomeranian. This is Henry. Henry is here all the way from South Korea, being shown here by Michelle Scott. Henry was actually the top dog in South Korea in 2017.
Now, most of these dogs came from Pomerania, which is a region in Germany, obviously where the name comes from. But some of the breed's ancestry does trace back to some dogs in other parts of Europe as well. Here's another type of dog. You'll see a different kind of cut here in the show ring. Those dogs could have a shorter coat when you see them just out and about.
This beautiful white dog on the table right now is the Maltese. The Maltese is Frankie. Frankie is 2 years old, from Collinsville, Oklahoma, being shown by Tammy Simon. See our judge use the brush again there to get a really nice look and feel at Frankie's coat. Coat texture very important in the Maltese breed. We're told that Frankie's favorite food is Honey Nut Cheerios.
I love those fun facts like that. Like Bono with the pajamas. Maltese is a breed, really like many others in the toy group, that were originally bred to be companion dogs. Very gentle, affectionate, social.
And now we're getting a look at the miniature Pinscher. This is Lily. Lily is 7 months old. She is being shown by one of her breeders and owners, Kim Kalvaka. And today was Lily's first dog show.
Oh, welcome, Lily.
So Lily beat all the champions here to make it to the group ring and win best of breed. So quite a first dog show here for Lily.
Honestly, quite an honor. So many dogs here today. And really all weekend with Westminster here. We've had so much going on, and we'll have so much going on. We have our Meet the Breeds event tomorrow at noon. Bill and I hope to see you there. These min pins are known for having...
Lily sees something she's bargaining at. I like it.
I was just about to say,
checking it
min
out.
pins have such a higher energy level.
Good girl.
Very energetic, excited dogs.
And now we get a look at the first of our 2 Chihuahuas. Chihuahuas are shown in 2 different varieties based on their coat types. So we have the smooth coat that we'll see in a moment, and the long coat. The long coat here has a more profuse coat. Chihuahuas are, of course, the smallest breed. They can not exceed 6 pounds.
Yeah, they may be a small breed, but they come a lot of personality in that little package.
They do. They don't know they're that small.
No,
at all.
They have no idea.
At all. They think they're a lot bigger. They certainly act like it. They are tough. They are fearless. And now we get to look at the smooth coat Chihuahua. This is Tiffany. We just saw Tiffany in the National Owner Handled Series group as well. So she had a very successful day here at the Progressive Dog Club.
So really, Bill, the only difference between the two is that coat length.
Correct. Yep. It's just that the coat that separates the 2 varieties of Chihuahua. So here in the smooth coat, we see that smooth, flat, shorter coat. Tiffany is 5 years old. She is from Wilmington, Delaware. She is being shown by her owner, Cecilia Bozo.
If you are just joining us, I'm Marissa Sarback here with Bill Ellis, live in New York City for the Progressive Dog Club Toy Group Show. Looks like we are nearing the end of our second group today.
Yep, it looks like we're on to our last dog here in the toy group, the Pekinese. The Pekinese is Primrose. We also met Primrose in Orlando the week of the AKC National Championship. We saw her down there. She is just 2 years old and being shown by her breeder and owner, David Fitzpatrick. David, of course, is an exceptionally successful breeder and handler of Pekinese, and Primrose here is the granddaughter of the 2012 Westminster Best in Show winner, Malachi.
These dogs date back to the Imperial Kennels. They've actually always been considered to resemble a miniature lion. I love that fact. And it really is true. When they were first bred, they were strictly for Chinese royalty.
Nice job, Primrose. There she goes around the ring. These beautiful toy dogs are going to line up again for our judge, Espanang. He'll walk down the line and just have another look at all of them. See if he wants to pull some out and make a cut, make a short list, or... Yep, looks like he is going to pull some dogs out here, starting with the Pug and the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, the Toy Poodle, the Havanese, the Italian Greyhound, the Yorkshire Terrier, the Maltese, the Smooth Coat Chihuahua, and I believe the Pekinese. He's got 9 toy dogs out there to have another look. And just as a reminder, this is the toy group, but the winner of the toy group will also be Best in Show today, and the second place winner will be Reserve Best in Show. All right, looks like we're going to have each of these dogs go around one at a time. Give our judge another chance to look at them, each of them on the move, and remember what he saw when he went over each of them earlier. There went the Pug, and here comes the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And the Toy Poodle. Here comes the Havanese. The Italian Greyhound. The Yorkshire Terrier. The Maltese. The Smooth Coat Chihuahua. And our final dog in the toy group going around the ring is the Pekinese. Beautiful group of dogs for our judge Espanang to choose from. And looks like he's pulling the Havanese out first, followed by the Pekinese. Here comes Primrose. The Yorkshire Terrier. The Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And he's going to have them go around the ring like this again. We'll see if this is how they finish up. Yep. First and best in show to the Havanese. Second and reserve best in show to the Pekinese. Third to the Yorkshire Terrier. And fourth to the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Congratulations to Bono the Havanese, best in show here at the Progressive Dog Club.
Yeah, and thank you so much for joining us here on AKC TV. We are not done with all this excitement. We want you to join us back tomorrow. We'll be live at noon Eastern Standard Time right here in New York City. Super excited for our Meet the Breeds event. And if you missed anything from today, if you missed this dog show, if you missed anything from the opening of the AKC Museum of the Dog, or if you missed our Dog Center show that we do on Fridays, head over to akc.tv for all of the action. It is always on demand. You can download us on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. I'm Marissa Sarback here with Bill Ellis. Thank you so much for joining us this evening live here in New York City. Have a great night.